Yeah, we skipped ahead like 15 minutes. Sorry, guys. We started off watching Microsoft and we weren't recording. So
welcome to Back of the Rack.
Welcome to Back
I'm
of the Rack.
Sondi, and with me, as always, is Bendezzer and our girlfriend, the boater
girlfriend.
She's the boater mascot.
Oh, no. We should probably talk about the conferences.
Did you ever play
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance?
Yeah,
I loved this game. This was the game. Yeah, this is the game that made me realize that I like anything that's a character action game. Like anything where you have a parry and a bunch of aerial attacks and you just do the craziest shit. I realize I fuck with it. He's so young.
Yeah, no. He looks thin. He was definitely thinner.
Yeah, now he's old as fuck.
I feel like Metal Gear Revengeance was definitely the sort of like the great genre push that sort of solidified character action games as you describe them in so many of our episodes.
Yeah, because like that's when everybody realized that like, oh, this is a thing. Because before then it was kind of like, okay, this is a Devil May Cry like. But then now you have Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising, and then Platinum Games. This is when they started becoming more prominent. So now you just have like this explosion of just these types of games.
Yeah,
especially with like action RPGs with Japan and stuff like that. Nier,
Cliff Bleszinski. Oh my god,
that shirt
and those dentures.
He was the coolest nigga in the world until he decided to make Radical Heights and Lawbreakers, and then he just doesn't make games anymore.
I just gave up.
He gave up. I never realized he had a list until right now, until you just mentioned it.
No, those lips and that the way his teeth are buckled in the middle. I'm like,
lisp?
Lisp. Immediately.
It's a very Jersey thing. He's definitely from Jersey. I know a lot of niggas from Jersey with a lisp.
Marcus Phoenix is from Jersey as well, I think. Wait, is that his name, the main character, or just fucking pull that out of my ass?
Yeah, I think it is Marcus Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah, I think you did pull it out of your ass.
Yeah, no, that was out of your ass for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Straight out of your butt.
Are all three of them playing, or are they just like capping?
Yeah, no, the uncle, the mom, and the sister are all playing Gears of War 3 right now.
Because it's not like they really playing
it's
right now.
It's a family affair.
Because 2 more people would have ran up and killed them, bro, if they was really playing.
I love the banter when they had these E3s with like the people playing it. Oh, take this. Yeah, like they would like role play almost, you know.
Yeah.
The Division was the one that broke my mind, bro.
Yeah, the Division.
I hated it.
What year was that? 2000 like
13,
18?
14 or
13?
some shit?
What? That far
back?
Bro,
the Division's old as fuck, bro. Trust me.
Grandpa.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, there's kids that are growing up that the PlayStation 4 was their first console. Think about that shit.
Well, to be fair, when I was just getting into like gaming more so in 2010, there were kids that were coming of age that were like, oh, Uncharted is my first, Killzone the first, you know what I mean? Like, Pokemon, so there's always going to be a
X and
Y.
Well,
I mean, Pokemon is like ever existing.
Yeah, but like when people start saying like what generation they hopped in, like me, it's okay to say I hopped in at Generation 3. That's still old as fuck. That's still 20 years old.
Yeah.
But like some kids are like, yeah, I hopped in Sun and Moon.
I hopped in when the remakes were sort of coming back out. So yeah. I mean, because Generation 3 was still original. So like when you're jumping into like, oh, I jumped in when they made Leaf Green or Fire Red and like all that. It's like, oh
yeah, that's how I experienced game. I still have yet to play like the actual Game Boy Color or in Game Boy Advance. I mean, not Game Boy Advance, Game Boy regular versions of Pokemon. I've only ever played the remakes, and I think I'm okay with that. Did you ever play Gears of War as a series?
Yep, played the first one and a little bit of the second, but dropped out after that. My a lot of my friends were Xbox gamers as that
contrary
time sort
to
of
popular
dictated.
belief.
I know, as my Wikipedia might have you believe. Imagine. Just in high school, you know, like a lot of my friends were like those bro, like not bro types, but like, you know, oh, whatever, what looks cool, what's like manly, what like looks hardcore, and Gears of War sort of fed that niche at that time because it was like so drab and artistically like devoid in some sense. And so I had a lot of my friends that like love Gears of War, love Halo, because it was just like, oh yeah, you're like a Marine, you know, and you're fucking like this badass, you know, I want to play as Marcus Phoenix or Master Chief.
Yeah, the 360 was very popular. Like I really thought like the
for
PS3
American
was
audiences.
like, yeah, the
American
PS3 was very niche. Like if I saw somebody with a PS3, it was like, bruh, are you good?
I got that a lot. I did get that a lot.
Cause like I only had a PS3 because I sold my Xbox to get a PS3 because I was like, I don't want this shit no more. I never was like pressed to get a PlayStation 3 until I got a PlayStation 3 and I was like, wow, this has some really good games. But I guess because everybody had 360s.
Yeah, I remember my brother had like a 360. He went from like a PS2 to a 360. And
that was the jump. And it was mainly because of the military shooter that sort of inspired
Halo 3, Call of Duty,
Gears of War.
Yeah.
So the male fantasy, really.
Yeah, I mean, like games were sort of hitting a pinnacle at that point, and specifically the niche of like militaristic shooter. The first person shooter was being more established, and like high school boys were all over that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so
and
crazy.
I was like, I want to play what was that fucking Shadow of the Colossus, or what was that fucking other game that was on the PS3? It was a JRPG, and it was From Software's first JRPG.
Enchanted Arms.
Enchanted Arms. I want to play Enchanted
Arms.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you knew that. That's good.
No, I only knew that because
you knew exactly what
I played that on 360.
Yeah, you knew exactly.
I played it.
Because I think I got Dark Souls because I was like, oh, it's the same niggas that did Enchanted Arm. Okay, this is gonna be a cool game. And then they're like, GameStop, they were like, no, this is hard. And I was like, I'm up to the challenge, bro. It can't be no worse than Sephiroth. I actually got into Xbox Live because of Tenchu Z.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because I had an online like 4-player mode, and I would play that, and that's the reason why I got Xbox Live. And then after that, I was like, oh shit, Halo is a different game online. Because before it was just somebody came over and we would play campaign type of game. And Fable 2 is still a fable to me how they sold me this game, and I loved it so much, but it's every time I go back to try to play it, it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about this game, and people are like, "Oh, you would love it." It doesn't. I remember one of my closest friends would be like, "Oh yeah, I like guns and shit, but you're like more of a swords and magic kind of guy." And I would always be confused about that. I'm like, because he would say it like as an insult. He's like, "Yeah, no, yeah, like you like swords and magic. We're playing like guns and like grenades." And I'm just like
comparing it to like G.I. Joe to Barbie.
Yeah, like G.I. Joe to arrows, like bows and arrows, like is how he would like complain it. Like, oh yeah, we're over here with like, you know, assault rifles and like mines
and nuclear bombs.
Nuclear bombs.
We're blowing people up.
And you're using and you're trying to go back and play like arrows and sticks and stones.
You're using your dog to sniff out the treasure.
Lord of the Rings.
Ugly.
Yeah, that's so fucking lame.
That's so ugly. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Little did he know, The Witcher becomes one of the best-selling games.
Is this Rise? Yeah, I think this is Rise. I think this is like the first trailer for Rise, and it doesn't come out for like another 4 years.
Wait, what?
Because
Rise of Rome?
Yeah, because Rise started out as a first-person shooter. Yeah. This is Rise. Yeah, because it started off as a first-person like melee game, and then they were like, nah, let's make it Rise, Son of Rome.
Let's make it more like a action character game.
Yeah. And then they made it into what God of War is today.
Which, if I were to buy an Xbox immediately, I'd buy Rise.
Stop.
No.
That's like saying if I buy a PlayStation 4, I'm immediately buying the Order 1886. Come on now.
That's a boater, and you fucking know it.
It is, but we can't cover
that thin, long neck of yours. I want to wrap my fucking
snake around it.
Yeah.
Just choke me out like Bart Simpson.
Yeah, I just want to choke you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Literally, I'm You're Bart and I'm Homer.
Halo Reach didn't even come out at this time. Who would have thought that they'd be owned by Sony now?
I would. I guessed it a long time ago.
You were like, oh, the Halo guys? Yeah, they're definitely going to be bought by Sony one day.
For sure.
In some off-pocket conversation that wasn't on record. Oh, yeah, this is my prediction, I guess.
I definitely said this at the school lunch tables. I definitely said they're working on a live service game that's going to last like 10 years.
And none of you can prove it, especially because Sony has announced like 8 live service games.
They're going to be bought by Activision, then they're going to get sold to Sony, and then Activision's going to get bought by Microsoft. Listen, follow me.
Follow me for more information.
We have to shout out the
you guys are both matching, and I haven't.
Shout out the matching stripes shirts.
Yeah,
we planned this.
I feel left out.
We did plan it.
We planned this.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I texted him and was like, "Are you wearing stripes? I'm wearing stripes."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're like the mean girls, but
I'm pissed.
The Boater Boys.
On Fridays, we wear stripes.
All right, go on.
Spoil it for me.
So the whole
she's gonna play it sooner. Spoil it off for me because I'm gonna play it.
So, how do you guys feel about that though? Like when they do E3 and they kind of show things that are never in the game, or it's like
the bait and switch.
Yeah. What are your feelings on that?
I feel like when I saw like certain clips of gameplay in E3 that weren't in the actual game, for me it felt like par for the course. Like I feel like I was always pretty like privy to like, okay, this is still a company. They're still trying to make money. They're still trying to advertise certain things. It's just like when you watch a movie and they show
marketing.
Yeah, like they would show a movie and then they would show clips that weren't in the actual movie, and you're like, what the fuck? So I kind of always thought of it as advertising, so I never really got upset when it wasn't in there. What about you, Sondi?
It depends. Like, see, it's only because the games that they get me with the bait and switch are the ones that they usually cancel. Like, there was like a game that Capcom showed off that was called like Below, or like Deep Below or some shit, or it was like some medieval thing and you fought like a dragon and it looked like what I thought Dragon's Dogma would be. Dragon's
Dogma's sequel, spiritual successor.
I was like, yo, this shit looks cool. Cancel.
How often does that happen? Where like
games get canceled?
Yeah.
Too many times that I can count them not on both my hands.
It's one of those things. It's like, okay, contextually, like within, because you have to remember, gaming is still like about maybe 30 years young, right? Actually 40 years young, but the way gaming we know it, as like it's not arcade stuff, it's not at home stuff anymore. It's like everybody can play for free, XYZ. So like the nature of games has changed, so it's hard to say like, okay, what games have been canceled for what reason. But like it's like a normal thing. Like it's not exactly rare for a game to be canceled.
Okay, I guess that's my question.
They also announce games prematurely. They also announce games too early. So like, how common is it for games to be canceled? I mean, not super common, but like it's part of the industry. It's not something like it's super rare.
I guess that's what I've kind of noticed. For some reason, I compare like games to like movies, I guess, and you don't see a lot of times where movies are announced and trailers come out and then the movie's canceled.
Right.
It's less so, yeah.
Yeah, no, so games definitely do it way more.
And I see a lot of games not so much getting canceled, but getting delayed. And it's like a constant delay of a game.
Right. Games have the unfortunate... they unfortunately take longer to produce. So like,
well, then there's a lot of snags that you can kind of run into developing this.
So like live service stuff becomes like a super big thing, but then like it takes 2 years for you to implement that. But then it's like, oh, live service stuff has sort of changed into this direction. It's like, oh fuck, okay, so we have to pivot towards this, and like, so it depends.
And I wondered because like games are newish, I guess, in a sense, compared to like movies, where it's like games are ever developing and like becoming like, here's the next big thing, here's the next big thing, here's the next big thing, and then they kind of have to like adapt to that. Yeah. Where movies is like, well, this has been done, this has been done, this has been done, we can kind of do whatever we want here and it's fine. But games like kind of have to go with the trends more than anything else to be like respected or played or enjoyed by people. Yeah. They have to like please the masses with these games, for sure.
That's true.
Sondi, would you agree that like games are the newest medium to sort of prove themselves to multiple generations? Because
I would definitely agree with that, because like after writing the Xbox Live script, it's funny enough to keep it on brand. I've noticed like how different Xbox Live arcade titles was. Like that was the first time that like indie games really had like a push, and like how they're showing right now. Like we got Connect, but then we also got Twitter. Like I think I made my Twitter because it was on Xbox Live. There's Zune. I used to go on Last FM all the time. That's how I found like a lot of artists and shit like that on my Xbox. Netflix, they used to have the watch parties. Like the ecosystem of all this shit was so different. And it's like, I think about that in terms of like today's scope. I think the way that people look at gaming now is less of like Fortnite. Like Fortnite, before it started, remember, everybody hated it because it copied over PUBG. Then they hated it because it was stealing dances from creators and not giving them credit for it. Yeah. But now you log on Fortnite, you have John Cena doing the Billy Bob, and it's got the actual song it's got actual Doja Cat and stuff with the Doja Cat
like
TikTok.
It's licensed stuff that they're throwing in there.
The games are becoming like it's like Marvel movies. Like it's so easy to just, okay, we're gonna make 2K, like 2K23. I was this close to spending another $100 on the super duper pre-order edition like I did for 2K22, and then I read the fine print for the pre-order bonuses, and it's gonna have the same shit. It's just the same fucking game, but they're just gonna give me little changes. Like it's the same shit, and every game is gonna, I feel like games now are gonna do that. Like every game's gonna be a battle royale with a battle pass, or it's gonna be some kind of fighting game with a battle pass, or it's gonna be this free to play kind of thing with a fight or a shooter or competitive game with a battle pass. Everything's gonna be the same, and then you're gonna have your one-off single player games, and I don't like the way that's going.
Yeah, because I mean, like they're monetizing on this whole like, we can make a free to play game, but also like add all these extra things in it for so people play it and pay for it. Yeah, like I guess you could just get a game and be like, Fortnite, oh, free, cool, but then you pay so much money to like get these skins, get these things to be like the coolest player of them all,
just for that shit to shut down and you lose it all.
Yeah, and like that's it really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything in real life. Like it's nothing.
That's happened to me with so many MMOs, and like there's one game specifically, Battle Right. Like I used to be like really big in the Battle Right. Like I bought the pre-order bonuses. I used to watch like Twitch drops. I used to like pay like money for like skins in the game. And like the game shut down now. All that money I spent in that game, I probably spent like $300.
You don't get it back.
I'm not
like you don't get it.
That's
what
you get, sucker.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just got my money and can go on to make the next game.
That's it. Yeah, and like they have enough funds to make whatever else they want to make.
That's actually hilarious to me that you got suckered into that. But check this out. So
I used to pay a subscription for WildStar. That shit shut down. It went free to play. Like I paid for a year of WildStar, and then they announced 2 months later they were going free to play.
That's about as funny as when I got scammed out of my $500
last
year. You know, you and me are gonna be, parents one day, and our kids are gonna be like, "Daddy, what?" They're gonna be talking about like, right? Because the first word we'll teach them is
yeah.
But okay, so we'll be talking about, what we were into. And then, they'll be like, oh, well, this is popular and all this. And I think we'll be one of the first generations of parents that will have a thorough knowledge of like at least 40 or 30 years of gaming. You know,
that's
like
true,
a
because
good.
they're not gonna have arcades. Like that's gonna be still a foreign concept to them.
There won't be like such a massive revolution of video games because okay, so if you think of film, right, it went from black and white, silent to like color within 50 years. We've seen the evolution within our lifetime, and now our kids are gonna play the plateau, essentially, because you know games have sort of been like on a.
They're gonna play the second
like,
the second dark age of games.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what was the first? The first one was like with all like the Atari clones and like Nintendo clones and shit.
Yeah,
and then the second one will be a lot of games just being made that die in 2 weeks.
Right.
Because there's only 10 people playing it because there's so many fucking live services games.
It's
I'm
just
gonna go
so
back to Fortnite
oversaturated.
So basically what I'm saying is ground your kids in some sort of religion before they have some sort of existential crisis.
You have to raise your chaos chow, and if you don't raise your chow, you cannot come down for dinner.
2000 is a very pivotal year for just games in general, compared to their other mediums as films and books and everything else. Like,
yeah, just look at like pivotal. 12 years ago. Like, this is 2010, and this is a vastly different like gaming spectrum. Like, you can kind of see like what we are seeing today, where it's like, okay, we're focusing on multimedia apps, we're focusing on motion controls and video chat.
Like, people often isolate social media, but like the way Twitch, the way interacting online sort of like all evolved together, you know, sort of. Also, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are we watching right now?
Listen. We did the same thing we did with Sony. I tried to keep us on track, and look at us. We just having a fucking podcast.
We're a mess. We're a fucking mess.
Well, maybe that's what people want.
Bro, like, who the fuck is Trey Wingo?
You know, Trey Wingo. Mr.
Trey
Wingo.
Mr.
Wingo. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna play ESPN on Xbox 360 with Kinect. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah.
Trailer, and then they were like, "Wow, we're here in person." That took seconds.
Wow.
I was like, "We're not idiots. We kind of know what you guys are."
Yeah, like
adults.
how dumb do you think
like you
we
don't have to
are?
like pretend like we're kids and like play it up.
Yeah, like it isn't 4-year-olds that are playing these rated M games.
Yeah, but
like I don't understand.
2K11. Yeah, there's not a bunch of 4-year-olds playing this game.
It's geeking right now, boy. That boy jigging on. All right, bro. I'm about to skip this shit, bro.
Wait.
What? They're literally watching sports. They're literally watching sports right
you know
now.
That. Wait. Their banter is actually kind of good. Go back.
Their banter's kind of good. That's what you're
Listen
saying?
to it. Hold up.
You know, this is kind of hilarious to me because like it's so funny you saying you like their banter.
Wait, listen.
It's funny because you're really just exposing yourself that you don't be watching sports.
I don't know why I do not care.
You like JRPGs. I think there's something there.
I
You have to
like
think of
JRPGs
sports
anymore.
like JRPGs, bro.
Yeah, I feel like there's
don't.
something there. There's statistics and kind of like
There's
a lot that
you gotta think of like just watch basketball and think of it like Kurokuro basketball, but then think of that as a JRPG,
right, hold on.
and every person is like that's the healer.
Pause this video real quick, and I will tell you. I feel like I don't remember what I was going to say on this specific thing. So you can just play the video.
Lost your train of thought.
I feel like I had something specific, but now
You
I'm
would at least
looking
like
at Sondi.
UFC or like
No.
Oh my gosh. Not even
Nothing.
like boxing, bro? Or like
No, actually, yeah, I did like boxing, but like never followed it. I don't follow it.
it happens
With
every
the
Saturday.
follow through.
Wait, what did you say?
UFC
There
happens
was
literally
something-
every Saturday, bro. It's so easy.
Nigga, you grew up with a father, you know?
That's
And
a different.
I did
What does that
not.
gotta do?
I have no.
I'm into sports, and I think it's because I have a dad.
For you, for sure,
For me.
for sure.
You know, it's funny. My dad was super into sports, and I was so anti-sports. But then once I got
now you're
older,
because you're like your father. Like your father.
Well, see, it's just because
And this is where my
like everybody like fucks with their hometown team, and like my hometown teams are actually good now.
Arizona, we're very proud of our college teams, especially.
Tucson's a college town.
Like,
We're all about the Arizona
the U of A,
U of A
like,
Wildcats.
yeah, we're about our
Yeah,
college
we're
teams,
not.
and not even just our college teams, but we're into like every sport that has to do with Arizona, due to how into our college teams that we are. Like, it's wild.
There's a huge disconnect because of my Mexican and black upbringing, for sure. He's like, this should be cool in 2010, and
oh
it was.
my god, those pants and those shoes!
And it was.
Look, bro, he's got the exact. Didn't you say it earlier, bro?
Yep.
The big pants with the DCs.
Yep.
Tucked over. Cute.
Aww.
Okay, this is wholesome.
Cats do that thing. They like sit on their
Yo,
ass.
tell me how is this gonna have so much more charisma than anyone who's been on screen?
She
The
listen,
little
bro.
girl?
She try and get
She
her
like
Netflix
believes
special.
what she's doing. Look at her. She believes it.
Yeah, she's trying to get an acting gig. Awesome job.
That's his daughter, bro. He said, "All right, I'm gonna get you.
All right.
I gotta bring my daughter to work. I'm gonna have her do some shit."
You're gonna get your 15 minutes here.
Now look, okay, so she's the tank, and he's the DPS. So he just got a DPS.
In Connect Sports. This is a perfect example of how we influenced the whole game industry as a culture, because it was so successful with people who weren't gamers because of like Wii Sports. So like grandma and uncle and fucking your mom got to join in, and so like PlayStation and Xbox saw this and they were like, we fucking need to get on this. Nintendo has captured literally two
Everybody.
generations of people, of immigrants, of fucking first generation and second generation Americans.
American
Yeah,
gamers.
like let's fucking get so this there was endless potential. So they didn't know.
they just never capitalized on it, and I think that's the issue. Was that not even that they capitalized on it, was that they did it too late when everybody realized that okay, motion control is cool, but like I don't want it all the time.
Exactly.
And the Wii's issue was that they forced it with like every game, because if you just made a game where you just used the Wii remote and the nunchuck, then you might as well just let me use a GameCube controller, and there's no point of you making it on the Wii with shittier hardware. I can just make it on 360. So we gotta make a reason, control wise and mechanical wise, for you to use the Wii. And the Kinect and the PlayStation Move had that same issue, I feel. Especially the Kinect. The Kinect was egregious. Like Dragon Ball Z Kinect. Like there's just so much shit on Kinect. Or like Splinter Cell, and you use the Kinect to lure guards. Just stupid mechanics. Like PlayStation Move had a reason. You can use light guns. It's pretty much a Wii.
I think there was a point where they were trying to funnel all the gamers into one tunnel, and they found out like, oh no, there's casual gamers, there's hardcore, there's like really hardcore. So like it started to split, and they didn't realize that before the whole push for like move controls, because it's like hardcore gamers don't generally like, oh yeah, oh fuck, there's about to be a motion controlled Dragon Ball Z. Like most people are like, okay, I don't really care, I'm trying to play on a controller.
And most of the time people are gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're just gonna like hardcore gamers know the games that they want. They follow the news cycle, they follow, you know what I'm saying, at this time YouTube, they know when a new game is coming out, they know what they want to get into, you know what I'm saying. Like they're really just doing these giant press conferences for the casuals. And
that's exactly yep, that's it.
And
that's
hardcore
that's
people
when I figured it out.
Yeah, it's only the hardcore people watching this, so it's kind of ugly.
They somehow get this information, the hardcore audience gets it to the casual audience.
Yeah, and because then all the hardcore is talking about is how about all this shit is just this motion control shit.
Or exactly. And then the casual audience is like, I don't give a fuck. I want to like motion control Uncharted or whatever. Like I don't give a fuck. Like this looks like my grandma could do it.
This looks fun. I could do this. Or somebody's mom does see this shit in the store or something and goes, yeah, this is cool.
This is actually just the nature of like media in general, where they never get as deep as you want in that specific niche unless it's a super niche.
Oh my gosh, Xbox.
They're doing a whole fucking yoga session.
Bro,
I wish they had
okay.
niggas on that couch, like
Just
like the CEO,
sitting there,
just
like,
chilling.
alright.
Yeah,
Bro, she's
Yes,
doing this shit
dude.
for 10 minutes. Jesus.
Damn,
And then
that's
there's your
central.
game.
There's your game.
There
That's
you
your
go.
game.
That's Sondi wearing
Let's
fucking
There he is. That's Sondi.
literal Sondi.
That was
wearing
literally
And that's us in the back cheering him on.
13-year-old me right there.
13, same height.
That
Same
girl is
height.
poison.
Getting it.
Look at him.
Ah.
No, yeah. No one's doing all those moves. Well, some people are, but most people
I was doing it. When you get on hard mode, that shit get crazy, bro. You gotta really
I would love to play that.
You gotta really dance, bro. That shit is crazy.
are. Oh, you want to be an Xbox girl now?
I like Dance Revolution. I feel like I would like that.
You would. Dancing, it's a
Yeah.
very active. You move a lot.
What is this
with
nigga
dancing.
wearing? Sergeant Pepper.
The
Hey, is he wearing a
shoulder
Sergeant
pads.
Pepper's Nightmare?
Shoulder pads, baby.
Is he wearing a collar on collar?
Yes.
He looks like Frankenstein.
This is weird because it's black
Sergeant
on black, and I
Pepper's
don't like it because it looks like a
black on
casual
black.
shirt underneath, over top of like a casual
An Ed
blazer.
Hardy-
What's that pinstripe kind of look underneath?
No, there's a fucking Ed Hardy design on his.
Yeah, it's
Polo.
like that pinstripe, like.
Mm.
His shoulders are too starched.
I just love his jeans and shoes.
They're shoulder pads.
He's built like a sim
They're
from The Sims
shoulder
2.
pads.
Like this is a
Exactly.
default sim from The Sims 2.
Beastie Boys moving, body moving.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
like, oh god, I'm on 2 screens.
That's how I learned how
Double the
to.
subtitles.
That's how I learned how to jerk, bro. Pause.
Really?
Yeah, they had teach me how to jerk on that joint. And
Oh, I
learned-
thought you meant like.
Nah,
you
nah,
know.
nah.
Like jerk it
masturbate.
off. Yeah.
I thought you meant like
Yeah, nah.
Jerk.
Because
Jerk.
that was hot back then. That and they had like I think teach me how to Dougie. Oh, is he about
Teach
to
me how
dance?
to Dougie.
Whoa, the skinny jeans. That outfit is very
Bruh, that was
telling
literally
of
me.
the year.
That was literally me.
That's Sondi right there.
I don't doubt it.
That was literally how I used to dress, bro. Minus the chain. I used to wear the same
about-
hat. I used to wear
Yeah,
like
and that
either the same
flannel
hat or the
fucking-
same jersey.
The skinny jeans and the big shoes was really telling of
Yeah.
the year.
Because that's back when I thought I had big feet. Like there was a time until I started working at a shoe store, I thought I wore a size 14 like my
I
whole
feel
life.
like.
But you,
no, nigga,
but you were wrong. What size do you wear now?
I wear
I
I wear an
still-
11 and a half, bro.
I still have that problem.
So
Where I'm
you
like,
were
what the
rocking
fuck?
size 14s, thinking like, yeah, this fits. Just
Bro, I
Pretty
was
much.
putting them shits on like, yeah, I got space.
Yeah.
Okay, it's cool.
You
All right.
don't understand.
well, like
You don't get
when
it.
you were a kid, your mom always said, "Do you have enough room?" And you're like,
Yeah, and I'd be like,
I
yeah,
guess.
got
I
enough
don't know.
room. Yeah, I got enough room. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
didn't
got more than enough room here.
It's funny.
This
I
is-
broke my arm because my foot got stuck in the gutter, and it's probably because of the extra room in my shoe getting caught in the
Your
gutter.
ankle
you
just snapped.
Just, oh
God.
shit! I fell. Look at
There we
him. They in the back. This.
Oh, what is this? How does the guy on the fucking back right? Look at him. So much rhythm. Oh my god.
No doubt, baby.
Hey, I would do this shit in the club.
I'd
Like-
for sure do this in the club.
Like, just
I,
get everybody to pull up
wouldn't
next
go
to you
to
and
the
just.
Imagine all three of us go to a club, they play the song,
And do
we
this?
bust this out.
That sounds exceptional. Yeah, I love it.
I just
Elbow
remember
throw.
like the tracking being so good on this game. Like if you really fucked up and did like the wrong arm, like you did the left arm instead of the right arm or some shit, like
It'd
really
be like,
would be like, wah.
nope.
No redemption from that.
It was really on that shit.
Back to the rack. Phil Spencer.
Welcome back to the rack.
Please
Philip
welcome back
Spencer.
to the rack, Phil
Phil Spencer.
Spencer-chan. Look at him.
What if he really called us up and was like, I want to do
He
your
gained
podcast?
so much.
I think
It's-
we should do Infinite Undiscovery for your podcast. You think it would be a good idea?
Mhm.
That'd be the only reason I would get an Xbox 360s for Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, and Infinite Undiscovery.
What's interesting is every time I go to the thrift store, I always see an Xbox 360.
And I tell
sitting
her
there.
no.
I was like, "Hey, baby, you want this?" And he's like, "No,
No.
not even for $20 bucks.
Not
No."
even for $5. No.
And I'm always tempted. I'm always like, "Well, it's $20."
Cause see, the thing with 360 is there's ain't shit on there. What do you want me to play?
Yeah, exactly.
Halo?
Connectimals. I have this vivid memory when my brother, so he had an Xbox 360 and it died.
As they usually do.
They had the red ring of death.
As they always have.
And it was like 8 p.m. And my brother was so hurt. He was like, Mom, can you please take me to GameStop so I can buy a used Xbox 360? Because I can't go another like day without this Xbox 360. So my mom took him and he like paid for it with his own money, but like yeah, like he could not go a second without his Xbox 360. The minute it died, he went that same night to go buy a used one from GameStop.
My shit died twice, bro. That shit ridiculous. That's back when they had like the call like 1-800 for my Xbox or some shit. And you can like send your shit back. I had to send my shit back twice.
It's ridiculous.
Like the second time they just sent me a black Xbox and was like, here, bro, just take the new one.
Just please fucking, this is gonna keep breaking.
This fake ass trailer.
Star Wars fans, I was about to say, Star Wars fans were fucking boner central for this. They were like, yo,
Connect Star Wars is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, oh my god, oh my god. Watching that got me excited, and I know I'm like, that was not.
Bro, that was the fakest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Now we know that. I think it's called corporate cynicism. What we're going through.
This music.
Oh my god, I just yawned because I know they're about to show some cars. I'm correct.
Why do you hate cars so much? Is it because you never fucking drive except to get?
Also, Sondi,
food?
What are you drinking? Why are we drinking by ourselves?
Oh, if I drink any more, yeah. What did he say? Oh, he just showed a new Xbox.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's all I missed.
That's it.
This conference was just to show the Connect and a fucking new Xbox. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Look at him. He's so happy about it too.
He's like, geeking.
You have no clue how much money I'm making. Look at him. Oh, a nigga would stand up.
People standing up.
And the Mexicans.
He's like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna get a raise for this. Come on, please.
Please stand up.
The more claps I get, the more money I receive.
That was it.
Finger guns. He's gonna finger guns us.
He's gonna finger gun me at the end, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah. Hell nah.
Hell nah.
All right, Nintendo E3.
It's time for
one more.